Hey everyone, Daniel from DJD Productions, and today I have another LEGO city update for you all. And in today's video, I want to work on a bit more of the pub. Hopefully, maybe we'll get this finished. At the time of recording this, I don't have all the parts to finish the pub, so over the course of this episode, we filmed at different points. So if it feels a little bit choppy, that's why. But I definitely want to finish off the pub, sorry, not the pub, the new shop this episode, and get a bit more work done on Nelson and Murdock, and maybe I'll also start off with a bit of work on the pub because obviously it's getting very close to be finished, and I would like all of this stuff finished soon. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, a quick thing I wanted to mention now is actually, since the last time I've been really showing off the new shop, I've actually managed to be getting quite a few of the newspaper tiles I wanted to use. For example, you can see a lot of the greatest hero ever Lego news tile, which is the same one actually shown on the outside here. So if I just lift that up, you can get a better sense of what it looks like, which doesn't seem to want to focus, but let's try it anyway. There we go. But also, I've managed to get another new Daily Planet one from the DC CMF series, and also the financial news, which I think is a really unique one to have as well, and a bunch of the Lego City Lego Hero Ever, another variant of it, but with the tree. So I've got like a few of those. Hopefully I'll be filling them up with the inside of this. But also, I have obviously this 2x2 tile from actually having the newspaper kid from Series 24. And if you guys have been watching my Lego minifigure Series 24 opening, you know I would have got this guy, I think, in either episode 1 or episode 2. But I thought this would be a really cool character to have just standing outside the news shop, because obviously he's not going outside the bugle because of everything with that. So yeah, that's at the minute all I can do with the news shop. Now, the next thing I wanted to cover was actually Nelson and Murdock. Now, recently I have discovered that in the comics, Nelson and Murdock do actually have a reception. Now, the reason why I made that comment is because I wasn't sure what to actually do with my ground floor other than a receptionist, and I was like, after watching The Dead, I was like, there's no receptionist, what am I going to do? So I looked into it, and a character called Alyssa is Nelson and Murdock's receptionist, which hopefully, in this update, I'll be able to make a custom minifigure of her. I just need to get all parts for her sorted. But also, I want to start at the stairs, because at the minute, doing it like this is just not practical. It's way too big if I want it like this, and while I could work like this, it also just seemingly goes on top. But the thought I did have was actually do more like a cornered one, like bit like this potentially. But we'll see what happens, because I could honestly see myself trying to do this route. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, let's work on at least the sides, because obviously this bit I would like to get done as well, because it'd be nice to place a few more of these down. So yeah, let's do that in a quick time lapse. So yeah, as well as putting a few of the 1x1s I have, I've used up all my 1x1s, but I also thought of doing a bit more of this. Hopefully I'm going to order maybe a few more 1x1 little plates soon. I do need to sort this out, because at the front here, you may notice that obviously I planned to have it like that, but I moved it like this. The reason why is because I thought, okay, I'd use one of these clips in dark red. It doesn't seem like it actually exists, and I'm having a very big problem trying to figure out what I'm going to do about that, because on one hand, I could just lower the whole thing by like 3 to make it go up to there instead, which if I bring in something like the news shop, so if I just move this to the side a bit, put this in, sorry, not the news shop, the pub, if I was to bring it down to that level, it would actually be the same height, and I really wanted it to be this height, just because I wanted to have a bit more scale, like size for a similar modular. Because I feel like Lego in the future, hopefully they will, maybe I'm guessing 2024, you know, when Daredevil Born Again comes out, they do decide to give us a Nelson and Murdock modular, just at least in some capacity. I think that'd be very nice. But at the minute, I'm having very big trouble figuring out what to do about that. Now, I could try and use a longer one, but then the same problem still applies with the fact that I don't think this also exists in dark red either, so I put it like that because I would like to get it to the top. A solution I have is just to put it as like an anti-stud, get an anti-stud, put it in, but that's going to be very difficult to do, so I'm not sure what to do about that, but I do want to keep this feature in. We'll just see what happens. But moving the pub, I need to say to myself all the time. Out of the way here. The next question is the floor. Which I'll show you from the side. The floor at the minute has nothing. I'd actually had a few ideas in my mind of what to do. And that was actually, you know, I'm not enough having it be a bright red floor or a dark red floor with black to actually contrast it and also make it feel like it's a Daredevil costume on the floor, because in the comics Daredevil does wear a black and red suit. Then I thought of my cross that, oh, we could do a yellow suit, yellow and red, but I thought, well, Daredevil has worn that suit and everyone has seen that in She-Hulk. To me, it just wouldn't really contrast well, so I'm having a lot of troubles what to figure out. At one point, I even considered dark tan, because I have plenty of dark tan tiles, so maybe it would be enough to do that. Plus, maybe room to put other things in as well. But at the same time, not sure. So we'll see what happens. And then I can remove this from the back, which honestly would be helpful to work on something from here. But at the minute, I just don't know what to do. So at the minute, I think the only thing I'm going to work on actually now is not necessarily the floor, but actually just, I think, the reception desk. So yeah, let's jump into that. So after a long gap, I even had to try and remove that, which is why the gap look at the front. This is so far what I've managed to have to do for Nelson and Murdock. Now, I am fairly happy with the placement of things. If we look at the back here, there isn't much space for a minifigure to go down, but honestly, just logistically, she's going to stay at the back anyway. So if we just put the back on like that, looks quite nice inside here. I think originally I'd planned to use this piece and it just wouldn't fit. I was like freaking out because I had to find two 2x4s pretty quickly. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to tile this off. I probably will. But I've just realized this has caused myself a little bit of a predicament in terms of tiling it off. Now, of course, you will still be able to... Now, of course, when it comes to it, you won't be able to see the back of it. So you won't be able to see this bit here. So that's fine. I'll have to maybe find a colour that actually comes in this tile piece, which is like curve. That means I can actually do that myself. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty happy with this. The stairs itself, I'm probably going to place a few bricks going down because it's obviously very unstable. Obviously, so I also worked a bit on the staircase. I need to figure out this one. So again, I've marked that so I can easily know where I need to replace it when I do this. I need to figure out this bit here. I don't know if I have any 1x3s. I'm going to see if I have maybe 1x1s in dark brown. Originally, I was going to use like bright brown, but honestly, looking at it, it doesn't make sense. Or actually, if I look at other things, actually, I have actually got a few 1x2s. That could obviously work. So if I get them out like this, so I like putting these in little bags just so I have like a bigger bag. So it just allows me to easily just find them very easy. Now, of course, we can do this, and of course, we'll still have that predicament. Obviously, with this, that should allow that to go like that. Yeah, it will. So allow myself to do that, but at the same time, I think I need one. It needs to go one higher. So it's still in line. So it's instead of it being there, it's like that. So yeah, I may be back in just a second actually to figure this out because I think it would be really cool to get most of the stairs done today. So yeah, to figure out my solution of grabbing two 2x3s and 3 just 1x1s, I actually am able to place it like this to make a perfect almost little square. But a solution I came down to because I could not find one of these in... one of these dark brown tiles, these brown tiles in dark brown. So my solution was to actually just use a regular one with a stud on it, so I can actually place a minifigure on the staircase without any chance of falling off. Now, one of the things I was thinking of doing was actually just placing a bunch of these almost to create this effect, but actually looking at how many 1x2s I have left, I could very easily just do it like this. Where I actually, because I'm not going to bother. I say that and I only have one stud to fill in and I don't have one of them. Okay, this is good fun. No, that's not going to work. But at the minute, this is all I can do. So for now, that is the staircase of this finish. And it lines up perfectly like that. Phew. So yeah, that is, at the minute, all I can do with Nelson and Murdock. Now, something I did want to do with the pub right now is actually... sorting out the bathroom, because obviously at the minute I want to do the interior, but when it comes to the roofing I need to figure some things out. But a solution I've come down to, so I want to make it removable, so I am actually going to place one of these here Now, of course, it doesn't fully match it, but considering it's going to match with the roof anyway, I'm going to try to allow it. Place another one here, and then place another one right here. Oh, just get that out very quickly. Place it right here. Now, Polly's also tempted to place one right here, which also keeps that all in place. So most of this now is in place. It's now stuck in place. Now, of course, the rest of it I'll probably do soon enough. I'll probably get one to go across there. But that's really about it, leaving just one of these left. And it means that when I want to do the roof, I can actually remove the roof. I think that'll be a really cool idea. So you can see the interior with the bathrooms. So yeah, that's all we'll be able to do on the pub for this episode, more than likely. So something I did want to quickly do is actually place a few more of these 1x1s down on this row. Now, of course, it won't make it entirely stable, but something I want to then do is order 1x2s and 1x6s. Sorry, not 1x6s, 1x4s, although 1x6s will also be clever as well. To actually be able to essentially put on top of it and almost have it so it's not like one of these where it can just easily break because it's just the same brick placed on top of each other. That's not great for stability. But having some of this also makes sense. Now, hopefully, maybe off camera, I'll try and sort it out with the brick separator because obviously it's a little bit uneven. Like so. Now, I don't want to do this in time lapse because it's not going to take very long. But it also allows me just to say what I want to do next. I'm hoping for the rest of this episode, obviously, I want to do the floor of Nelson and Murdock. I want to also finish off, obviously, the walls. And also the floors. Rest of the reception desk. Maybe even work on a few chairs for the characters to sit on. So that, I think that'll be really cool as well. But then along with that, I would like to finish off the new shop. I think that'll be really cool to get done in this episode because it just means that's another modular finished. And since last episode, I installed 2 modulars, which was the park and my pet shop set, which I finally managed to install. I thought that'd be really cool to just start almost adding modulars in each episode. So hopefully this episode I'll finish off the new shop and then we'll see what happens beyond that. Now, of course, I can't do this because I don't have any more 1x1s, but you know, at the minute, that's fine. Ooh, I perfectly placed mount I needed. So yeah, that's at the minute all I can do for Nelson and Murdock. So yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully soon in this video. For me, it'll probably be a few days, but for you guys, it'll be instantaneous. So yeah, let's move on to the next section. So guys, I am back because I found all the pieces I need. So for example, this 2x2 will go on this bit here. That keeps that all now secure. Obviously, this bit isn't fully secure, but it's fine. And then 2 1x2s to go there and there, because that then keeps that essentially all secure. And then the 1x1s that will finally go, because these took the longest to find, right there and right there, and finally right there. This obviously made it a little bit weird just because it's not matching that. But again, the roof is going to be dark stone grey, hence why it just all matches there. Obviously, there's this bit here. This will just be for ventilation because obviously no one will be able to reach up that high. And eventually I'll work on a roof, I think, for this as well. So yeah, for this module again, it's just the roofs and also the tables and the stools, tables and chairs, and also the drinks I wanted at the back. And that's about it for this modular. So yeah, I'm hoping soon this one will also get finished, but I don't see that happening in this update. Hopefully, maybe in the next update, we'll just see what happens. So yeah, that's all I can really do on the pub. There is actually one more thing I want to work on with Nelson and Murdock, and it's actually just the reception desk. So if I take this out at the back, you can see it's quite stood at the minute. So if I place one of these tiles here, and then another one of these, place right underneath there, like that, still fits with the stairs. Obviously, I'd also like to do a bit more of the staircase to make that more secure, but for now, I'm not going to do much of that. I can also place a chair right here, which is actually the build from the Iron Man Hall of Armor set from 2021, which I don't have much of an opinion on that set because I prefer the old design that they did, but hey ho, they rebooted it anyway. So if I place this back on, it should fit. Please. Yes, it still fits. There we go. And then on the front, which you can't really see, if I turn it from this side here, I can actually then place this clip right here and another clip right here. And then I can put this little desk with 2 of these underneath to do that. And then I can place this like that, which honestly, for now, I'll move them up a little bit more because once I decide what to do with the floor, that would be pretty good to do as well. So yeah, for now, that is all I can do. In fact, could I, in theory, do... Okay, no. No, I can't. That's fine. So yeah, for now, that's all I can really do. Once I may decide on the floor soon, and if I do, then I'll probably do a time-lapse of the floor I decided to go with. So yeah, that's really about it in terms of Nelson and Murdock. So yeah, let's move on to the next section. So it has actually been a few days since the last clip, and I've wanted to try and figure out, within that time frame, what to do with this, because a solution I could do is just remove the roof to be that level, but honestly, I don't think that looks very good. But my other solution that I've thought of actually is how to get it to the top, because I do like how tall it is here, because it also doesn't affect the staircase, which I've also helped to do. I'm still waiting to figure out this bit here. Do I try and do a 1x1 stud like I've done there, or do I try and do a 1x3 instead to place there? But a solution that I've come up with, and I think you've been able to see it in my hand this entire time, and it's to do this. You have 3 1x1 circular tubes that you can place together like this and just place on top of Nelson and Murdock like that. That way it makes it to the very top. Maybe I'll add an extra stud on top actually, just to see what it looks like that. And then that takes it to the very top. And then when it comes to the roofing, or the placing on the next floor, it should look much better. So yeah, that's really all I can do. So yes, as you guys saw, I finally managed to decide on the colour I want for the floor, and I've gone with white. I think it contrasts the dark red very well, but you may notice that I struggled with some elements. Like for example, if I remove the back, you can see there are still a few things missing. Actually, let's put that chair back, and it is very much trying to get the rest of this filled in. I need to figure out how I'm going to do this. Obviously for that I can probably put 1x4 in, and I probably put 1x4, 1x3 here because this is still a bit loose. So I'll probably try and put something to go down there. We'll see what happens. And then a 1x2 behind the chair like this. If hey, me wondering what's going to go there. In fact, I may also remove this as well, because what I may actually go with is, let's remove that for now, is I'm going to probably put some chairs there. So it acts as a reception area, which I think makes a lot of sense. So replace that with, in fact, I may replace that going there. And that will leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chairs. I would say I need a few more chairs, but honestly, it's probably going to start getting cluttered anyway. Obviously, if I put this back, so obviously you can see underneath the stairs, it got a bit difficult to replace them after placing one particular 2x2. I need to figure out what to do with this little area there. And then also, so I can move them down now, which now means that, you can see that. So like, for example, I need to figure out a way to put some bricks there, because I don't think you saw it last time, and some bricks there, while still making it feasible to put the stairs in, and then still making it fit. I've also moved them down as well, which now makes that slightly better. I've also replaced those with black, not black, replaced them with white 1x1s now, so they can go there. And yeah, that's really about it for what I can do. So now let's place the wall back on and show you it more from the front. And also I have put extra stud there, which now makes it essentially line up with everything else. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep that 1x1 stud right there. So yeah, that's all I can really do currently on Nelson and Murdock. So guys, it's been a few days since I've recorded the last clip, and I wanted to give an update to what I've done so far. And at the minute, I've been trying to figure out roads. So I got this extra road plate, so I can actually toy with what I want. So at the minute, I'm tempted to have just a medium stone grey rim like this, and then dark stone grey tiles doing that. And it would be this pattern on both sides. See, I think this is an effective pattern. I think it really does work. And I think I kind of like it. I'm hoping to eventually order pieces to do it on all of my straight base plates. I'll have to figure out what to do, because on one of them, which is the curved one, I do have a medium stone grey tile base for the accessory pack, like electric scooters to go on. So I'll have to change that up, I think. And yeah, that's something I need to work on more. So yeah, that's what I need to talk about with the roads. But now when it comes to Nelson and Murdock, I actually have an idea to probably finish off the the interior here. And I've ordered at the minute, at the time of recording, I have ordered parts to finish with the rest of the chairs and also to do the walls. And I think that'd be quite cool to do. I still haven't actually ordered a piece to sort out this one gap. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's jump into a quick time lapse for me to fill what I can with the stairs right here. So yes guys, that at the minute is everything. Now the reason why I didn't fill these in is because I do have a few 1x2s on the way. If I haven't got them anytime soon, I will just put some 1x1s in because I still got plenty left over, which is good for if you want to do modulars. I have ordered a 1x4 with 2 studs on top, so I can put them here, so it just means that these aren't actually as flexible, because at the minute it is very unstable at the back. And if you did notice, if I take off the back here, I tried so hard to get 2 tiles to go in there. It didn't unfortunately work, and as you saw, I kept messing up where I was actually placing the staircase because I kept filling it in. But yeah, that's really at the minute all I can do. I have hopefully got parts coming to finish off the side walls, so that'll probably be the next part. This update was originally supposed to be very much getting more of the new shop done as well, but I've kind of now transitioned it to being just a standalone Nelson and Murdock episode. So probably at the end of, hopefully, if all goes to plan with this update here, the entire ground floor will be finished, and then I can start working on the on the next floor. So at the minute, that's all I can do at the minute. So I'll see you all in the next clip in a minute. So guys, I am back for hopefully my final segment, as some of my parts have arrived. So for example, I've got another 2 more of these, and I have ordered a few more so that I can actually get a second floor of this building finished. So I can now place that just on camera like that, which now completes this entire side wall of Nelson and Murdock. But now I've got to fix this other side, because obviously there is a hole there. And of course, I'm actually going to start by just taking a few of these bricks off. In fact, I'm probably going to restart this entire segment, starting from this bit, because that's where things started to go wrong a little bit. And that is mainly because I feel like this bit hasn't been done right. So we'll do that. Started from there. I would argue that that should get started again, but honestly, I'm fine with it. But let's just jump into the time lapse to finish off this building. So yes, I have now finished the entire ground floor of Nelson Murdock. Now, obviously, in terms of stability-wise, this is still obviously loose, but I think at this point I can accept that, while the rest of the side parts here, especially these parts, are now very much connected. In terms of 1x3s, which is what I only have 3 left, and I think I do like the pattern what I've done here, so I managed to mix it all together. These, from all the 1x1s I used previously, are all right here, and again, I have no 1x2. So honestly, I think for the next floor, I'm going to probably try and get quite a few 1x2s, 1x4s, and 1x6s, I think, next up, in doing it now. In terms of the second floor, I want to discuss it here. I'm tempted to just have this pattern sort of end here and just almost have like a flat stuff that goes all the way out here. I think that would work, because then it actually means, for example, this, it can go like that. Now, at the minute, I need to figure out the flooring wise for it. I'm tempted to do a medium stone grey flooring. I think that would work very well. So we have white on the ground floor and then a medium stone grey on the second floor. Because I'd probably honestly have a dark stone grey roof. Or maybe even a black roof. I don't actually know what colour roof I'm going to do. I may look at some more reference material for Nelson and Murdock to see what colour I think would work best for a roof. But yeah, after many segments, and I think this video is taking a long time to film all the segments for this video, we have in fact gotten LEGO City Update 8. It's finally done. Thank you all very much for watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, because this is not my longest episode, but it's the longest amount of time it's taken me to film an episode. And comment down in the comment section, what do you think I should do for the second floor? Because at the minute I'm debating medium stone grey, because it would actually mean it almost have a thin line of that, which I think would be really cool to have for the second floor. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in another video. Okay guys, goodbye.